So. Oh wait. Oh, it's glowing.
It's Norman's typewriter.
It was like glowing. Like, hey, there's something to examine here. Read. Gifted to Silkworm on Sea Town Hall. Gesture of unity from Governor Faustus Fellow to Mayor Damien Dusk.
There's something strange about this typewriter.
Didn't you notice the weird mechanism on the back?
Wait, what? Look closer. Oh! 300 dials, 3 other rings into correct arrangement. That. Wait, what? Okay. Wait. Correct arrangement. Since there's there. Wait. Oh, okay, so I need to like turn these so that like all of it is around, right? So that. Wait. And does this go like so? I think so. No, I'm still missing an angle, aren't I? Wait. Okay, so that's... I think you need to go like that. And you're like that. Still... missing. Is there a way? Wait, yeah, if I do that. I think that's every... No, it's not. That has... Okay, so those are kind of like that. Do that. That goes like so. There are... Okay, this is gonna take some figuring. They all have a way to get the up. With that. But this is the only one that has a solid. No, this one also has a solid, but it's over there. So I think you need to be here. Wait. But then there's not supposed to be anything across from it. Wait.
That's not it.
There's 6 different things we can rotate. The 3 outer rings and the 3 inner dials. The solution's something to do with how they all relate to each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
Guess
out.
that's
The
wrong.
outer rings have little arrows, pointing at certain shapes on their inner dials.
So, we are rotating the shapes to certain angles, and then pointing at 5 of them with the arrows. Nothing.
We're looking for a set of 5 rotated shapes. They'll look a certain way if you combine them all together. The diagram at the bottom shows the combined shape that we're trying to fit into the sequence.
Oh, that is all the same. Okay, that is the same thing as just how it rotates. Okay. I get it now. So I need open circle that... Open circle. And open circle here. Like that. I don't think it's this one because it doesn't lead to the open square. I think. Assuming it's that, then that has to go like so. But I'm using this as north. The open circle is north. That's also there. It's an open diamond. And there should be a solid circle down below, which this is not. Where's the solid circle? Solid circle's over here. That's solid circle there. This open diamond, but it doesn't work. So it's a solid circle here. That also doesn't work.
Nothing.
We're looking for a set of... The diagram at the bottom shows the combined shape that we're trying to...
Where's the weird line? This little T should be across from a line. This one on the right doesn't have a T. The left does have a T. Which might have to be the T because this T doesn't work. Put it up here. If I just try and like imitate that one. T up here. Wait. It's being angled right. There we go. Okay, that's angled right. So there's an open diamond. Oh wait, that works with the full circle. I just need this line over here, like that. Is that it? Okay, I think I got it.
Nothing.
What?
We're looking for a set of 5 rotated shapes. They'll look a certain way if you combine them all together. The diagram at the bottom shows the combined shape that we're trying to fit into the sequence.
Oh! Because I have to rotate in the right way. Okay. I know the order now. Okay, so this needs to be up here. Like, no. It needs to be here and here. Okay. Just need... Everything's a mess now. I know the right... That is correct. He is there, here. I think. No. Fine. He is there. Which one am I missing? Is that it? Is that all of them?
That was right.
Okay. Whew.
I'm impressed.
The little hatch opened.
What's this? A letter?
A letter is in an envelope. Werman was keeping it hidden inside his typewriter. That's a diagram. Read. J.D. Werman, Kara, Kristen Kale Publishing. Lola Boulevard, Sunlit City, 91052. Dear James, I've just finished reading your novel. Indeed, some congratulations are in order. As I've been informed, it is turning a tidy profit for you. However, as a fellow writer and fellow resident of Silverburn on Sea, I'm sorely disappointed in your lack of integrity regarding the socio-historical foundations of your story. As it stands, your narrative is only scratching the surface of the deeper mythos surrounding the cursed helmsman Magnus Mortuga. I know you want to go deeper, but so I'm here to help. Inked on the back of the letter are coordinates detailing how, when, and where to find Mortuga's submarine, the mysterious underwater vessel in which Mortuga still resides. Good luck. Huh, yes, there's some coordinates there. Can I ask you about this now? Lose. Typewriter.
How come the keys are all messed up on your typewriter?
It's old. Sometimes they fall off. I guess I don't always put them back in the right place.
And, what have you typed on that page?
I'm taking another swing at a story outline for my next book.
I can't make it out. It's some kind of weird grid.
Cross-writing. Look it up. People used to do it all the time.
What about these brass panels on the back?
This one's my father's emblem, Mayor Dusk. That's why it looks like a D. And this is the governor's emblem, Governor Fellow. So that one's an F.
How about the letter?
It's mine, as you are well aware, seeing as how you just fished it out of the back of my typewriter. That's right, I was watching. I don't disappear when you stop talking to me, you know.
The envelope's addressed to you, but it says, Dear James, at the top of the letter.
Congratulations, you've sussed out what the J in my name stands for. If that's the height of your investigative prowess, we're all in trouble.
It's signed by someone named T.W. Ibis.
Another astute observation. You know, of all the detectives I've met, you two really are the most recent.
Grimoire, he's being mean to us.
I noticed.
So we're not gonna address the whole... Nothing comes to mind. This fact that this button up here exists at all is curious. Anyway, that's the bunk room. Let's go down. Let's go left to right at the bottom? Yeah. Cargo hold. There's somebody here.
What's in these old wooden crates?
I don't know. I can't get them open.
What did I tell you? Always bring the crowbar.
A crowbar.
It's a big traveler's backpack. It smells like soil and grass.
When you're done smelling it, there's something in the pouch I think we should take a look at.
The square parchment found in the cargo hold. It's been folded up and tied with a string. Governor's Manor, Town Hall, Silverburn Sea Hall, Silverburn Spectre, Stone Top Inn, Mr. Corian, Seaflow Arbor, German Shipyard, Lighthouse, South Sea. Oh! Solomon Stonetop Innkeep, Ursulina Stonecap Innkeeper, Faustus Fellow, Fortuna Fellow, Daughter Adoptive, Unknown, Felix Unknown, Felicia Stonetop, Silver Innkeeper, Damien Dusk, James Dusk, Magnus Mortuga. It's just like a family.
What's in these old wooden... What did I tell you? Always bring... This is actually a pretty good place to hang laundry.
Assuming you want your clothes to smell like the cargo hold of a submarine.
Yeah.
A pinboard?
I assume it belongs to that woman over there.
Right. We'd better talk to her first.
Okay, keep that in mind.
I assumed it was tea, but actually it smells like coffee.
It's unfiltered too, and there's no milk.
Hardcore.
It's a little mirror.
It could do with a polish.
You could do with a polish.
Right.
That's a fire hazard. This whole room is a fire hazard.
A submarine can't burn down. It's underwater.
It can still burn from within.
It's a pizza oven.
No, it's a furnace for heating the submarine.
Right. But you could put a pizza in there.
Nah. I'll be the one to, though.
Weary travelers. Take a seat by the fire, shake out your boots.
We're not weary travelers.
Then why do you both look so haggard and trail-worn?
Ouch. There goes my self-esteem for the rest of the day.
We're detectives. I'm Grimoire, and this is Sally. We're here investigating the murder of Magnus Mortuga, your previous captain.
My captain? Never. My captain is the moonlight as it shimmers across the lake. My captain is the wind as it whispers through the valley.
Who is this woman?
No idea. I kind of like her, though.
My name is Moon. Mariana Moon.
Aha. And what do you do?
I do not do. I simply am.
Alright, yourself.
So, what, you're just some random traveler?
A traveler, yes, but random, never. I'm here because I chose to be. I've been searching for the Mortuga submarine for some time, you know.
How come?
How come? This thing is the motherlode.
The motherlode of what?
Of whispered half-truth, of murky rumor, of stories unspoken.
No, like urban myths and stuff.
Right. Urban myths and stuff.
So you're a historian?
Historian, storyteller, rambler, ambler, fireside gambler.
How long have you been here?
Well, let's see. I arrived a few hours before the captain was murdered.
Oh, dang. Really?
Quite the story, isn't it?
But you're just on the submarine because you find it interesting.
Would that be such a crime?
No. Murder's a crime, though, pretty sure.
Submarine.
A merciless wind rattles the rotting wood of the old silkworm harbor. The shadow of a vessel lurking low in the night-black water. A mysterious stranger steps onto her foredeck. Cloaked in darkness, she slips inside the submarine. Who is she? What is her dark purpose?
It's you. We get it.
A mysterious stranger, I said. She descends into an ornate parlor, empty, save for a lone figure standing by the fire.
So, not empty.
He turns, his face still half hidden in flickering shadow. It is Captain Magnus Mortuga.
What was he like?
Nice guy. Stoic, but polite. Kind. He tells me to wait in the control room and then disappears off towards the back of the ship. After a little while, he comes back. But now, he's a slightly different man.
What do you mean?
The light is gone from his eyes. He seems sad, angry. He avoids my gaze as he crosses the room to take hold of the wheel. He tells me to head down the ladder towards the mess hall. Doing so, I encounter two gentlemen named Mr. Worman and Mr. Grip. Neither of them look like sailors, so I know they can't be crew. I assume they must be guests like me. And true enough, it transpires that Mr. Worman is a writer and Mr. Grip is, some kind of watch repairman. Captain Mortuga reappears, descending the ladder. He asks the two men to show me around the submarine and introduce me to the others. Then he disappears through the rear corridor. It's the last time I see him alive. Mr. Worman apologizes, explains he's too tired, and leaves through the opposite corridor. Mr. Grip, unable to come up with such an excuse, agrees to show me around. Now, I wrote this down in my diary, so I may as well let you read it.
Alright. Let's read.
Imagine my excitement to finally get a good look around the Mortuga submarine. I was even given a tour by one of Mortuga's subordinates, a Mr. Godric Grip. We began by visiting a bizarre laboratory known as the Dream Chamber. It smelled of dried herbs and dusty glass, but was devoid of its dream custodian. An early disappointment. The captain's cabin was locked. Mr. Grip explained how Captain Mortuga mostly keeps this room locked when it's not in use. We climbed down into the living quarters, where a pair of bunk rooms sat at the end of a corridor. The first smelled of crane dust and unwatered flowers. A young woman was laying in her bed, poring over an old document. She hastily hid the document away and introduced herself as Miss Cynthia Seafoam, a name to remember, dear reader, as she will shortly become quite important. The second bunk room smelled of aftershave and desperation. The two men within, Mr. James Werman and Mr. Dirk Dansom, both appeared to be asleep, so we decided not to intrude. Next on the tour, a room inhabited, by the looks of things, by a young child who is also a stage magician. Sadly, this mythical child magician is nowhere to be seen. The room at the very end of the hallway was sealed with a heavy bulkhead door. Mr. Grip dismissed it as a storeroom that only Captain Mortuga makes use of. Perhaps you'll agree with me, dear reader, when I suggest the peculiarity of a simple storeroom being sealed off with such a significant door.
Yeah.
Mr. Grip took me down to the cargo hold. It smells of damp wood and tarred rope. Yes, I describe it in the present tense, for it is here I sit as I write this very diary. Next door, the engine room, burnished bronze and tea-stained parchment. I learned that it's something of a nest for Mr. Grip himself, and thus was currently unoccupied. Outside, I encountered a Dr. Zacharias Zephyr, the aforementioned keeper of the Dream Chamber. Surprised to see us, he nearly dropped the empty glass bottle he was carrying. Clearly wishing to remove himself from the situation, the good doctor muttered something inaudible and disappeared up the ladder. We continued on into the next room, which I was amused to discover was some kind of shimmering mermaid grotto.
What?
I smelled her before I saw her. The unmistakable mix of salt, seaweed, and sequined spandex. It can only be Madame Tadpole, a name which may be familiar to long-time readers of this diary. Tadpole and I caught up, while Mr. Grip skulked in the doorway, clearly hoping this would mark the end of the tour, but it did not, dear reader. It did not.
Right, so, yes, I can see there's one more room to visit. Mr. Grip insists it's just the bilge, a dark, dank and smelly place, ill-frequented by humankind. I tell him he couldn't have sold it to me better if he'd tried.
So night of the murder.
We enter the bilge, but it's too dark to see anything. Mr. Grip, who is clearly tiring of my company by this point, opens the vent in the ceiling to let in a little light. Moments later, a voice is heard, echoing down from above.
Whose voice?
A young woman, and then an older woman. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I remember thinking it sounded a little like poetry.
What happened next?
The sound of a scream, and then a dull thud.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a murder.
But which murder?
Anyway, by this point, I've used up all my patience. So I decide to take my leave. I thank Mr. Grip for the tour and return to my new lodgings in the cargo hold. I have to put up my tent twice, as on the first attempt, a sudden movement of the submarine undoes my progress. After some time, Mr. Grip and the young Miss Seafoam appear in my doorway. It seems they've come to fetch me for some kind of official submarine business. We head back towards the mess hall, Mr. Grip and Miss Seafoam heading up the ladder before me, I spot Dr. Zephyr emerging from the airlock. He has a glass bottle in one hand and what looks like an old leather bag in the other. I update him with what little information I have and attempt to catch up with the others. Laying on the floor is the body of Captain Magnus Mortuga. Amongst the living, mutterings are breaking out. Murder and mutiny, cauldrons and curses. But with Zephyr finally in attendance, Tadpole calls for order, demanding justice for her slain captain. But nobody really seems to know what to say. The next morning, it's announced that Miss Seafoam has taken over as captain. And, well, here we are.
So how about the suspects? Dirk.
I saw Dirk wandering the halls this morning, like he was looking for something. I asked him what it was he'd lost, and he said he couldn't really describe it, but it looked a bit like a gun.
What?
So, something that looks like a gun, but isn't actually a gun.
I can't imagine what he was talking about. Worman, I know he once worked as a newspaper journalist. Oh, that's before he changed his name, of course.
Have you read his book, Hex of the Helmsman?
I, leafed through it. I must say he's got some good research skills. I'd love to know what his sources were.
What do you mean?
The book is very clearly a loose retelling of the real-life story of one Magnus Mortuga. Broad shoulders, long arms, good for reaching across a wheel. He had a hard face, but soft eyes. I'd wager he was once a very handsome man.
Do you know anything about his life before the submarine? Like if he had a family?
I'd never heard mention of his parentage, no.
But he lived in Silkworm. Do you know where exactly?
The only record I found lists him as living at the Stonetop Inn and working on board the Stonetop family sailing ship.
As the captain?
As a deckhand, and eventually as the helmsman.
So how'd he end up as the captain of a submarine?
All I could dig up was a rumour that he bought the submarine from the shipyard.
He bought it?
Or maybe he commissioned to have it built. Accounts vary on that.
Either way, how could Mortuga afford to buy a submarine?
My guess is that he didn't pay with money, but made some other kind of trade.
So, Mariana, where are you from?
No fixed address. That's the way it's been for some time.
Oh, I see.
But you came to Silkworm looking for the Mortuga submarine. How come?
I go wherever I please, which usually amounts to wherever has the most interesting rumours.
I don't want to be rude, but do you ever have to do work to get money?
From time to time. I've taken up work as a tour guide, a historian, a performing storyteller.
But how did you wind up getting onto the submarine? Isn't it a secret?
Well, if it's such a secret, how did you do it?
I got a phone call from Cynthia Seafoam, and she told us to come to Silkworm.
And then the submarine came up to the harbor so we could get on.
Well, there we are. Perhaps that's how I did it, too.
Oh, okay. It's like the hint of like what you should try. We just go through the
I
list.
see you've been enjoying my map.
It's barely a map. It's closer to a list.
What about the family tree on the back?
Most of my research into Silkworm has been focused on these two family lines, the Fellows and the Stonetops.
Seems like you haven't worked out how Mortuga fits into it. His name is just floating out there by itself.
I'm not sure if he does fit into it, to be honest.
Mariana, you've got a question mark there. Someone you don't know the name of.
Ah, yes. Quite the mystery, you see. I'd heard about...
We know her name. It's Freya. You're welcome.
Right.
These diagrams. They're detailing the time and place to find the Mortuga submarine. Of course, it would be possible just to write it out in words, but this has been done with astronomy and lunar phases.
Why?
My guess is that it's intended to incite curiosity in the recipient. It's more effective than if they'd just written, "Come to this place at this time." It feels less like a trap this way. Mr. Werman's typewriter. It's got a good example of the fellow emblem there on the back. See? Sorry, Belisha Bonetop.
Yeah, that's what she's called in the book, too. Marcus Mordoom's captain/love interest.
Flying a little close to the sun with that name, aren't they? A ZX5. Nice piece of kit. Polycarbonate shell, tactile interface, unusually good battery life. I mean, it's a cell phone. Whose is it?
Dirk Danson.
I suppose that makes the most sense. After all, Mortuga really didn't seem like the cell phone type. This marks a pivotal moment in Silkworm's history, the day the silver snake was discovered. It also shows the two women who found it. Felicia Stonetop, that's her on the left, and Sylvia Seafoam on the right.
Hang on. We saw a statue about this in the town square, but on the statue, the serpent was shown being wrestled by a male fisherman.
Yes, well, that's history for you.
Yeah.
It carries something of the cadaver about it. Might be the smell, rust and stagnant seawater. Perhaps it came from the ocean. Have you asked Madame Tadpole about it?
Not yet.
There's only one thing more mysterious than a locked box, and that's an unlocked box that's been emptied of its contents.
Did you ever come across the cauldron in your research?
No, it really does seem to be something Mortuga's been keeping to himself.
What do you make of those scratch marks?
I'm not sure. They don't really look like anything made by an animal.
That's a relief. Wait, is it?
Do you recognize this, Mariana?
Should I?
Well, we just figured since there's a moon drawn on the label.
So because my name is Moon, all moon-related things must belong to me?
Even if it's not yours, do you have any idea what it is?
It's a herbal compound of some kind. Valerian, skullcap, chamomile, and seawater.
So, not poison.
Maybe it's medicine. Would those herbs do anything in particular?
I suppose it could be a sleep aid, like a mild sedative.
Interesting.
Sailcloth.
It's a piece of an old sail, roughly cut into a square.
The illusion poster?
Mariana, you visited Silkworm before, didn't you? Was Sim's magic show in the theater back then?
No, when I passed through, the theatre wasn't showing anything. This very poster was up on the walls, but they'd covered it with a banner that said cancelled.
So that must have been after Sim left. But before the theater had booked a new act.
Sun tablets.
Mariana, can you tell us what these tablets are?
It's rather more difficult when it's something synthetic like this. Some kind of vitamin supplement, I believe.
All three of them?
Yes, the three tablets seem largely to be the same thing. Now we're getting to it. The reason all of us are here, really.
How so?
The Silver Snake, the Mortuga submarine. Did you ever stop and wonder, why here? Why this particular part of the coast? It all stems from a single truth. There's something hiding in the water. Something big. Now, it wasn't my intent to cause you any lasting unease. Look, we three, we're merely tourists here, passers-by. Take my advice. Keep your distance from all this, so you can still walk away at the end.
Wooden
I believe Mortuga used its light to alert others to the location of the submarine, on the rare occasions when he wished to do such a thing, of course.
That's how it happened with us. Although I guess it was Cynthia, not Mortuga.
You know, for some time now, I've heard stories of sailors seeing a green light in the ocean at night.
Well, I guess you have your explanation.
The problem is, several of the stories predate the Mortuga submarine.
Okay, so.
I see Cynthia's proudly wielding the Seafoam S in her signature there.
Why shouldn't she?
Of course, she's well within her rights to do so, but I do think perhaps it sends a certain message.
What message would that be?
I claim this submarine in the name of the Seafoam family. Something like that, don't you think?
Next to the helmsman.
Pass it here, I'll show you something amusing. See this photograph on the inside cover?
It's a picture of Worman, isn't it?
If it is, it's a very flattering one.
It's not Worman at all. It's his rather more handsome father, Mayor Damien Dusk.
Get out. Really?
No word of a lie.
It's a pinboard.